Hunters of the Turtle. Here's a poem that I did about a year ago. A year and a half ago, something like that. No matter which way the old turtle goes, sooner or later he will end up under or over the waterfalls, or splattered on the highway, swept to his doom. This he knows. He looks for a good death, but realizes, good or bad, the henchman's melody doesn't differ. He has lived like a lion to the fullest, that is to say, on the edge, not like a dog, and that has made all the difference to his way of thinking. He has learned never to swallow the hook completely, to walk the edge of the highway. Also, he's discovered the sounds of trains, the rains, the sounds of the river's flow, the swift wisp of the wind, the heat of a dipped sun. The man, with all he has, is never content at the end of the day. Lost in his existence, he pops in his shell and says, hell with it all, I'm tired, I'm going to sleep. What does all this mean to the old turtle? That's a good question. Perhaps that the world is lost, odd or insane, but not as bad as keeping him hiding in his shell, awaiting the hunters. Time heals his suspicions, worries, and doubts, and he simply moves on, keeps going. He'll wait for the inevitable. He doesn't feel time passing like into man or raindrops falling, although he does discover a few new little wrinkles here and there. Now and then he calls them fine grooves in the sand on my forehead. Looking in the water, he even notices some new thin creases, like fishing lines driven deep into his shell. But what the hell, it's just movement, ripping, whatever that is. His legs cold and cramped. He actually is getting old. He doesn't know this per se. He just knows there is something new under the sun. He knows because things keep slipping. Time must be short. Plus he grumbles more. Plus things are not as comfortable as before. Sometimes he wants things to be quieter. He even tells himself to be more quiet, but that's not the rule of thumb. For the old turtle, it is simply do or die. He doesn't try to explain life. He simply knows he's part of it. That will have to do. He pushes his head back into his shell, needs to take a nap. The silence inside is warm. He enjoys a good sleep. He dreams like everyone else. It's a survival mechanism. It's perhaps for him, perhaps more on the order of allowing the body to regenerate from those long walks. He doesn't wish to be permanent in his impermanent kingdom like humans. He doesn't even know the concept. The old turtle, he doesn't know I'm writing a poem about him. He's dreaming perhaps of bananas or oranges. He doesn't even know what a poet is. And if he did, I doubt he'd care. He does sense something, though, before he pops his head back out of the shell. He senses, why am I forced to live and hide among mankind, skyscrapers and highways deep within the swamps? Surely it was not always that way, not really. He's lived to be an old turtle. He knows that because all those other turtles he's met are gone and dead. That is why he is in this poem, of course. But again, he doesn't know that. Matter of fact, he doesn't know anything, and he doesn't care if the world ends today or tomorrow, or if anyone finds his footprints in the sand centuries from now. It is, life is for him simply odd and mysterious, and to whomever gave it to him, well, bully for him. If he ever meets him, he'd most likely ask for better cobblestone streets. It's hard on his hands and feet.